Okay, folks, we've been going through a lot of evidence. Um, Mandy is listening to just one of many videos. This is the one where I was trying to turn in Scott DeCosta on the 16th of December of 2020. And yeah, the things I said are true. But then again, you guys can look at that video. Scott DeCosta tried to prevent that video or any of the other ones from going up on the internet that show that yes, that guy should not have ever been anywhere near me. It shows that they were going out of their way to not hear what I was saying, going out of their way this entire time. Now, why is it that Scott DeCosta had run around town telling people that he was going to run me out of town? I had Stephanie Mejia on the way. She was supposed to be on the way. And I was also on the phone with her. And the thing is that every time that I had help that was coming, they would do something like this. And of course, they're not going to write down in their reports that I was trying to turn them in, especially when they know they're going to prevent me from going to court, especially when they know that they can prevent me from showing evidence by calling me mentally ill. The problem is, in a court of law, mentally ill means schizophrenic. Mentally ill literally means violent schizophrenic. That is how you are going to be treated. The cops are automatically standoffish, and sometimes they talk to you nicely, but at the same time, they're not on your side. Some of these officers talk to me nicely, but they literally never investigated any of the crimes against me. How screwed up is that? I was arrested and assaulted for trying to turn in Scott DeCosta. I told them there was safety issues, and that is literally who they sent to my door. They knew I was trying to turn in Scott DeCosta. They have known since 2018, and that video does prove it. So Mandy is going through it. She's typing out her best explanation of it and what's going on in there, because that's what they want in court. Meanwhile, by calling me mentally ill, it's my word versus theirs, and they get to pretend that everything that I'm saying is crazy. It's not crazy. It's not crazy once you've seen it. That's the thing with Marcia Estrada. She didn't get to see very much. We were busy having our sessions. But she was able to verify stuff about Scott DeCosta, and then you got to hear from my sister about how the sheriff's department was driving by my house. And, of course, following her. And was it my house? No, it's not. It's not my house. I have to mind my P's and Q's. If there's any sort of family thing going on, I basically hang out upstairs, and I can't make videos. I can't work on any of that stuff. I can't make the calls that I need to make, because we're talking about rape, incest, murder. Now, there's a lot of people that are pissed off because their words are up on Facebook. Their words are up on YouTube. You know what? Those are your words. Own them. Own your words. All these people wanted to harass me in Facebook Messenger and harass me in these groups and threaten me in these groups. I'm posting up evidence and saying what really happened. Now, there's people like Adam Klein. There's many nut jobs like this who are friends with the Bollinger family, especially connected with Jennifer Farina Bollinger. Who's that? Well, that's the sister of rapist Ted Bollinger and child molester Troy Bollinger. Whenever I'd post up evidence in that group, she would bombard it with like 10 different, sympathy for me bullshit. Mandy has also gotten to see where these people are talking about, hey, maybe we should all work together and try to get this stuff taken off the internet. Maybe if we all complain about it. Like, they're literally trying to destroy evidence. They're trying to destroy my words. They're trying to destroy the fact that I am trying to get help. Actual help. Whereas you guys just want to shove me full of drugs. And that, by the way, is how you are treated when you try to turn in bad officers. You're either trumped up on charges and taken to jail, or you're taken to a mental hospital where they ask these places to inject you with drugs, and they do it because a cop asked them to. Not okay. So we haven't gone through hardly anything, and obviously there's enough that she's, yeah, just that one video shows a whole bunch of not misdemeanors. These aren't misdemeanors. There's plenty of misdemeanors in it committed by these people, but they're committing felonies. The video is full of them committing felonies. So, yeah, I made it public. You want to be mad that I'm showing the truth? All these people saying, it's so wrong that these cops are doing this. It's so wrong that the cops are doing this. They're doing this to all these other people. They're doing it to black people. They're doing it. You know what? They do it to the homeless worse than anybody. And these dumb sumbitches did not expect a homeless person to be able to collect all this stuff. They've also gone out of their way to destroy it. Now, I have on my other computer, one thing that I try to do is double my files. That way, if they get a hold of it and try to destroy shit like they did, it's still there somewhere. Now, there's the numbered files. That's when you first make it. It's got a number on it, and you can give it a title. So then when you give it a title and you put it in that file, like there's one on here called, hold on a second, Rod and Holloway is what it's called. Rod and Holloway actually had the recording of me and Rod Wright and Sean Holloway at the, the Solid Rock Bible Church. Me trying to turn in Robert Warnick for a fifth time, I believe, with Holloway. This is not acceptable. Now then there's the rights that a disabled person is allowed to have, and they have denied me all of those rights. They have also denied me the rights of someone who is not disabled. Nobody should have to do the things that I did. Nobody. But what are you supposed to do when nobody's going to look? When everybody that you're going to is saying it won't do any good? Bitch, fucking get off your ass and try. Take a fucking look. Miss Peaches was gonna for forever and a day, but instead she wanted to play on her phone, fucking smoke a bunch of weed, and, you know, fine, smoke your weed. It's legal in Colorado. Go ahead, fine. But if you're going to help me, actually help me. If you're aware of these situations going on, you need to speak up. You need to show up in court. You need to write a police statement. These things need to happen. For my safety, I needed people to go in with me, but then people are doing it half-assed. You know, they're like, all right, well, I don't know what you want me to do. Watch, observe, pay attention to what's going on around you. That's not complicated. Now, there's other victims of Dole County Sheriff Scott DaCosta, quite a few of them. Rory Jeffson's ex-girlfriend, well, I can't even say ex-girlfriend, she was his girlfriend when he died. And of course, they were trying to turn in Scott DaCosta because a city council member was killing kittens and had him, he was bragging about it. That's not okay. And he's not the only one. I'm not the only one. We're not the only ones. Now the stuff with my paperwork here, combined with the evidence that I've saved, shows that the narrative that they sold was BS. Why didn't my public pretender do her job? Because she didn't have to. She gets paid for not doing her job. She literally did all she could to help the prosecution. Without someone there in my corner to observe the court proceedings, they're not going to observe the law. They don't have to. Nobody's going to listen to me. They're just going to call me mentally ill and get away with it. Pretend that I am a violent schizophrenic, and I am not.